All right. Is your gut health the reason you can't lose weight? Here's something that might surprise you. About 70% of your immune system lives in your gut, and your gut is constantly talking to your hormones, especially the ones that control your metabolism, your hunger, and your stress. So, when your gut is inflamed or out of balance, your hormones can't do their job properly. That means more bloating, stubborn belly fat, sugar cravings, low energy, and mood swings. I'm Lucy Hutchings, registered dietitian, and today we're diving into how to finally support your gut so that your body can start working with you again and not against you. I'll walk you through three simple, practical steps that my clients use to heal their gut, balance hormones, and lose weight naturally without restrictive diets or expensive supplements. So let's share the screen there. All right, step number one is to nourish your gut with real food. Your gut bacteria thrive on what you feed them. So we have to put the good bacteria in our gut, but we also have to feed the bacteria. If you feed them junk, you get inflammation. If you feed them nutrients, you get balance. So here's how to do it. Number one, eat 30 plus different plant foods per week. Now, that might scare some people when they hear that number, but it actually includes a lot of different things: fruits, veggies, nuts, seeds, herbs, legumes. They all count. So it's not such a scary number when you think about all the things that count as plant foods. Next, include fiber at every meal. And we're aiming for 25 to 30 grams of fiber per day. So we'll get into how that looks and some examples. And then last, focus on whole foods, not ultra-processed gut health products. So even when it says gut friendly, a lot of the times it's just marketing. But if we focus on whole foods, then we are feeding our gut good, proper nutrients. So some examples. Maybe swap flavored yogurt, that kind that has sugar added, colors added, just stuff added to it. Instead, have plain, full-fat Greek yogurt, and you can add your own fruit so that it's still tasty. You can add chia seeds, flax seeds, or oats to your breakfast. You can include colorful veggies with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And yes, I even said breakfast. If you think of an omelet or a quiche or those egg muffin cups, those are typical things that contain veggies. And then it's a little bit easier to start thinking about what kind of veggies you can have with your breakfast. All right, the key takeaway is to have a diverse diet, which equals a diverse microbiome, which equals better digestion, energy, and metabolism. And when we have a better metabolism, we have better weight loss. Okay, step two is to support the gut hormone connection. Your gut and hormones are in constant communication through the gut-brain axis and microbiome hormone loop. When your gut bacteria are out of balance, then estrogen and cortisol, your stress hormone, and thyroid hormones all get thrown off. So here's what to focus on in order to improve that gut hormone connection. Number one, get enough protein. 25 to 30 grams per meal is a general but helpful recommendation. It helps to stabilize your blood sugar. It helps to support liver detox. It helps with liver detox of excess estrogen. It also helps to just avoid sugar cravings. Number two is to manage stress. And you wouldn't think that stress would have anything to do with your microbiome, but it really does, because high cortisol damages the gut lining, and that leads to leaky gut. You might have heard about leaky gut. Well, that is just this increased permeability of your gut lining or damage to your gut lining, and stress can make that worse, which equals more inflammation. Number three is to get enough sleep. Again, you wouldn't think that sleep and your gut microbiome would be connected, but they are. Your gut microbiome follow a circadian rhythm as well. So that's going to help that gut microbiome to flourish when you get enough sleep. And then add fermented foods daily. So that could look like kefir or sauerkraut or kimchi or miso or Greek yogurt, or I love kombucha. Okay, an optional bonus is to consider a quality probiotic only if you're addressing a specific issue after cleaning up your diet and working on your stress first. A lot of times people have some gut issues, and the first thing they think of is a probiotic. But if the other problems are not fixed first, that probiotic is not going to be useful. So if they haven't fixed their stress or their sleep, or they're not getting enough protein, or they're not getting the fermented foods, or they're not eating non-processed foods, then the probiotic is going to be a waste of money. And finally, step 3, eliminate what's hurting the gut in the first place. We got to get to the root of the problem. So if your gut feels off, whether it's bloated or you're dealing with constipation or reflux or fatigue, then something is irritating your system, and we got to figure that out. You can't heal inflammation if you keep pouring fuel on the fire. So even if you're doing all those other things, but you're still eating the thing that's causing the inflammation, it's not going to help in the long run. So try this 2-step reset. Number 1, you got to identify your triggers. Common ones are sugar, gluten, alcohol, processed oils, artificial sweeteners, dairy, corn, soy. These are the typical things that could cause poor gut health. So once you figure out the triggers, then step 2 is to replace those triggers with gut-friendly swaps. So maybe that's replacing soda with sparkling water and lemon. Or my favorite is kombucha. That's my soda substitute. Or another example is replacing refined carbs like chips and sweets with fiber-rich whole grains like wild rice and quinoa, or veggies like sweet potatoes and squash and carrots and beets, etc. And then another example is replacing sugary snacks with either fruit or nuts or Greek yogurt, things like that. All right, included in this today is an action checklist where you can actually check off these little boxes if you want to grab this free handout. But the checklist here has all the things that you need to do. So eat 30 plus different plant foods, include a fermented food daily, get your protein at each meal, track which foods are causing that bloating or fatigue, turn off devices before bed so that you can actually get that better sleep, because that equals a better gut, and add one stress-reducing habit daily to keep that cortisol down. And that might look like walking or deep breathing or journaling. Now, you don't have to fix everything at once or overnight. Start with just 1 or 2 simple steps this week, and you will feel the difference. Even if it's just one little thing, you're going to notice. All right, if you want a copy of this Google Doc with all the details and the checklist, I'm sharing it in my free community. So just click on the link in the description below this video to join. It's totally free, and you'll get access to resources, recipes, and upcoming workshops. And ladies, if you're tired of guessing what's wrong with your gut or your hormones, I currently have one more spot open for one-to-one coaching this month. So just click the link in the description of this video and you can book a quick 15-minute call so we can chat. And on that call, we're going to create a plan that helps you identify what's actually causing your symptoms, balance your hormones naturally, and lose weight sustainably without cutting out entire food groups. All right, so you can click the link under this video to book that 15-minute call. And remember, your body isn't broken, it just needs balance. And that balance starts with your gut.